Alright, so it's been a few weeks since I shot the last video for this, and a few things have happened since then. First of all, reviewing the first few videos done for this, FlightLog 26 is looking something like a bit of a hodgepodge as I transition into the lighting and finish off little stuff that still needs to be done with painting and installing. Second note is that all these weeks later, these computer consoles are still not painted. So got to do that. And another thing is that with the kit you get two fire extinguishers. There's the one that's over here, then there's the one that goes on the inside of this wall that is currently missing from the platform. But there is another fire extinguisher that's over here, right about eye level. There is a fire extinguisher in the back room here, which goes on one side of the picture or the other. And then there is a third fire extinguisher that shows up randomly on one side of the airlock or the other. I forget which. I gotta go back and check my reference before I do that. So I'm missing 3 fire extinguishers. Therefore I went looking and found from Accurate Armor 135th British fire extinguishers. I think they were modern design. I forget which exactly. But I couldn't just get 3, I had to get like 20 of them or so. So I do have extras if anyone wants any. I've already put 2 together. I just have to put 1 more together, and then I've got all these extra sets that are going to go back in this bag for a while. So I got to paint these and glue the tube down back there, and we're into fiber opticking stuff. Oh, actually, here's what we're doing next. This is all the lighting reference for all the panels on the ship. I went through, counted every LED and what they were doing and how fast or slow they were doing it. So I'm still going to have to go back to the original video reference and check all that before I go with finals. But preliminarily, we're looking at 50 fiber optic threads for steady red on alone. And actually there's an addendum to that that can't be counted until I'm actually looking at the piece. But there's a lot of those. Oh, you know what? It looks like the model does not include... Well, regardless, we'll get to that when we get to it. That's what this next video series is about. A couple years ago, I went through season 2 and 3 and scrubbed all the footage for every single shot of every panel I could find at all times, just to make sure they were consistent over time. And what I did then was to sit down and did some diagrams with some color notes, paused it, played it, skipped through it, and a few hours later I pretty much had all the ship. I'm thinking I might be missing 1 panel. We'll see about that when we get to it here on the model, which I'll be cross-referencing as we go. After I got all this done, now all these colors and positions have to be transformed into a lighting schematic. To that end, I sat down and counted every single instance of every single color and what it was doing, whether it was steady, slow, fast. There's 2 blues that are alternating on and off. No other lights do that. There's 1 slow yellow one. There's 2 offset blinking reds. So yeah, all on off 2 blue and 2 reds. There's a random red and a few other things that are going on, but by far and away all the steady lights are going to get the most fiber optics. 50 just for red alone, 25 for yellow, 15 blue and green, 20 on the orange, and 25 plus on the warm white. So there's going to be sequencers going on, up to 2 basically, well, up to 4. I could be using quite a few sequencers because I'm going to need 1 moving at 1 slow speed and 1 moving at a faster speed, and maybe a 3rd moving at a middle speed. That way all the different blinking between all those sequencers could give some overall good effects. So I'm going to pack all this up. Let's take a look at this in detail, panel by panel.